Hello people of the YouTube, TW here, and welcome to my stream of conscious style video on not so much Ocarina of Time itself, but Kokiri Forest, because I believe it is one of, if not the greatest starting area in all of video games, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll all understand why. First, I spent way too long putting in my name thanks to the oversensitivity of the Joy-Con's control stick. After that, we start with a cutscene featuring our protagonist, T-Dub, having a nightmare of sorts, followed by the guardian of Kokiri Forest, the great Deku Tree, requesting Navi the Fairy to come to our aid. We then get a rather nice first-person cutscene of Navi flying all over the forest, which includes a quick shot of a young J.D. Vance before he discovered the majesty of couches. Navi eventually arrives at La Casa de T-Dub, but our hero would rather just, not. Big relatable. She eventually wakes him up, which sets the player off on their first quest, acquiring a sword and shield. First, we've got to ignore our best friend Saria because we've got questing to do. Now, the sword is easy enough to find, as all we have to do is venture over to the training area, travel through a hole in the wall, and navigate what we can generously call a maze featuring a rogue boulder. Do all of that and not only is Bob your uncle, but a sword is yours. The shield is a bit tricky, as we'll need 40 rupees to purchase it from the shop. This is where the brilliance of Kokiri Forest reveals itself, as it is up to the player to get the $40 redos themselves. And thankfully these things are everywhere, so scrounging up 40 should be super easy. One of my favorite parts of watching any Let's Play or commentary of Ocarina of Time is seeing how the player collects 40 rupees, as there are a few locations that, especially new players, seem to miss pretty often. And you may think that getting a sword and shield is all this place has to offer, but to that I say nay, good viewer. On top of quest completion, Kokiri Forest is also the home to many NPCs who will delve out words of wisdom, aka optional tutorial dialogue. Almost every non-playable character will tell you something about the controls, the user interface, or the menus, and the fact that it's all optional is pretty rad, as it allows new players to take in required info while not getting in the way of repeat playthroughs. In my opinion, this is one part that every game dev should remember, as the worst part about replaying a lot of games is having to recomplete overly long tutorial sections. And one last note, the Lost Woods is completely open for us to complete as soon as we start the game. There's no reason to, but the fact that they are is either a testament to how much Nintendo trusts their players, or just a massive oversight. Oh, and the music, my goodness, Koji Kondo was cooking when he composed the themes for Kokiri Forest and the Lost Woods. Whenever he decides to retire, he's going to leave behind a legacy of banger after banger after banger after banger. Overall, Kokiri Forest is the GOAT of not just Zelda starting areas, but starting areas in general. The optional tutorials, the freedom to collect what you need at your leisure, and the fact that it doesn't take long at all to complete is a formula that equates to a location that I return to time and time again. Over on the opposite end of things, games like Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild have massively long tutorials that make repeat playthroughs a chore to start. Sure, they get good afterwards, but Ocarina of Time is good almost immediately, and that is the difference. The Joy-Cons can go fuck themselves for acting up while I was recording though. Oh, and I personally don't find Navi to be annoying in the slightest. I wonder, will people get angry at me for giving some criticism to Breath of the Wild? Only time will tell of that, but that is another video done, dusted, and into the history books. Bye bye Ocarina of Time for now. As for next time, we're going to be returning to a video game we've already reviewed, but going to take a look at it in quite a different manner. It's going to be dun 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 dun. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. We're going to be taking a look at the towns of this game because I find that to be quite interesting. Should be a good fun time. Also, yes, this was quite a short video compared to all of my previous ones, especially some of my other ones that crossed the 10-minute mark. I don't think this one will be doing that. Oh boy, no it shall not. Anyways, this one should be quite a bit longer. Hopefully, I should have plenty to say about this, as I generally have quite a bit to say about Mystical Ninja in general. Hope you all join me for that, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Hello, people of the YouTube, TWK here, and welcome to my stream of conscious style video on not so much Ocarina of Time, but, well, that's a botch.